diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Boston College Eagles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Boston College's offense will get the first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big
ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense putting points on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right on the money. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Looking for a productive play on first down. Hand off to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Boston College will send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. So Alabama's offense will have its first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy didn't.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to set up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Open space at the 25. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. First and goal now. Let's see what Boston College calls. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down.
And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Boston College. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
Turning it on! And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man across the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the play fake. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
and that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Quick handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Conway. Takes the easy one to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They're still looking for a little more product. He lets it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. What a job out front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Right back to the well. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break.
Here we go. Set.
They want to throw it. They'll run the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boston College!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off play action on first down. Fires to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Looking downfield, it's Conway. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Slips one guy, now he's loose. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end getting vertical. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant.
Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Got it behind the line. It's Buck. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Dropping back, it's Conway. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring a punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Golden Eagles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rush is on him. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Touchdown, Eagles! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Are you kidding me? I mean, it's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing. He scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Give to the running back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
Makes the grab down the left side. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply, we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. BC back to work after picking up the first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. They go to the ground. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Gets it past the marker. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. And the Golden Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Hands it off on the counter. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Oh, they're after him! And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking left. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 5 over Texas State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Conway. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Fighting off the defender. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. They'll try to get it through the air. Fakes the grab. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. This Boston College offense has it working. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. When you get the ball into the red zone on a drive at this point in the game, you have to come away with points. You can't make a mistake like that.
And good on the defense for seizing momentum now and coming up with that play and creating that takeaway. You can see how it's just completely re-energized their sideline, and all of a sudden their offense now jogging on the field, and they've got some purpose. They know that they can now really deliver a blow and retake the lead.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got him.
Oh, it's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll run the sneak for it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The Golden Eagles now can really generate some momentum if they turn that turnover into points. Going with the ground game left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. That penalty puts the defense in a bind. It'll be 3rd and 1. They'll try to power their way ahead. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. The defense calls a timeout, trying to get itself organized. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in clutch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Conway. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a hit. Finds his back in the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Catch in the middle, it's Buck. So much change of direction, he's down to the 23. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Finds his big tight end. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they see the potential tying score wiped out by the penalty, and now time is starting to be against them. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. And the quarterback takes a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive play.